Hey gamers, and welcome to Noob by Design. We're going to be continuing the Destiny walkthrough series here with part 9, which covers A Stranger's Call, which is the first mission that you do on Venus. This is going to be your first opportunity to see how beautiful Venus is. There's some pretty cool cutscenes here. This will be the first actual cutscene that I've ever showed on any of my guides here. And you're going to see that you, like every single other planet when you first get to it, you do not have access to your Sparrow. You have to make a link there, so we're going to go ahead and run down this path and get that process started. There's a set of mobs in here. You can see them right here that we're just about to start attacking. If you want to avoid them and you don't want to kill these mobs, you can take that left just before here that goes down the back alley. That's in the building just behind me here, and that will skip these mobs and you can get there a little bit faster. That's handy to know for a couple other missions where it's pretty long to do the missions. Like you're looking at, there's a couple later missions that are about, I'd guess somewhere's around probably 15, maybe a little better than 15 minutes long, depending on how fast you can rip through everything that you'll have to do. So any time that you can save will be nice for you to know about. So you continue down here, and you can see that building just to the right of the tree to our right ahead of us here. That's where you're going to be able to send your ghost to Link to have access to a Sparrow. And you can see that there's a couple of mobs inside of here that we're going to have to clear out. So we're going to go right ahead and do that. We're going to clear out these mobs, and then we're going to sick our ghost to decrypt that link, or whatever you want to call it, that's going to give us access to our Sparrow here on this planet as well. So this is going to be, I think this guide lasts us about 50 minutes, and you can see that there happens to be somebody else doing it as well at the same time as me. That person seems to be level 20 though, so I'm sure he's going to have a lot more ease than me being level 12, which is the recommended level for this mission itself here. But you can see it's going to delay me a little bit here in deploying my ghost because he has his out, and it won't let us both queue at the same time. I think he actually does this again last second in a little bit further into this mission as well. So we're going to continue here now that we have access to our Sparrow. We have linked to the Sparrow, so now we can actually use it. I'm just going to check around and make sure I did it here because now we're in the middle of the cutscene and it doesn't want me to leave just yet. Don't want to stop the cutscene and have to do that over, so we're just going to hang out here for a second while it kind of figures that out. And it looks like everything's all sorted out here now, and we are off to figure out where the Vex sensors are so that we can activate them. So we're just going to keep on going through here, jump over this part here, and I think I'm going to try to avoid those mobs on my left there for now, just so that I can hit to the actual objective of this mission here to start it off. This mission, there's nothing too super difficult about this mission. However, the end part of it, there are a lot of mobs that you have to rip through, so that you're going to be busy here killing mobs, that's for sure. So for this one here, I just chose to use a sniper rifle to get a couple shots in and try to clear out some of these guys before I made a quick thing in. You can see I am certainly no quick scoper. I'm really not that good with a sniper rifle. I'm surprised I've been doing as well as I have just then there. You can see that the sniper rifle that I'm still using in this video here is not really good. It's actually just a common sniper rifle. Low attack power for my level here. I think it's a level 9 sniper rifle. So it's not doing a whole lot of damage either. I'm still working on trying to obtain myself a nice rare sniper rifle so that I could do these videos a little bit easier so that I don't look like a chump when I'm popping off those low damage sniper rifle shots, especially in the boss fights there. Alright, so we're just going to activate this Vex portal, or whatever you want to call this here. This is the object of it right now that we have to do. We have to activate this. Once we go ahead and do that, we're going to head to the area where there is just a ton of mobs for us to kill. So, I mean, there's not like there's a huge amount, but there's a fair amount of mobs that we have to kill here, and it comes in different swarms and stuff. You can see those spirit blooms that we can collect there. I figure I may as well grab it. This is what they look like. There appears to be a lot of them on this planet. I haven't actually looked into seeing what they're for. I suspect it's kind of similar to the spine metal things there, whereas you can trade them for reputation probably, and likely some glimmer, I would imagine, that you can do it for, or just to eventually upgrade some form of armor, likely the legendary armor or legendary weapons as well. So I can see here normally there is a large group of spawn right here. Not a huge group, but usually probably 5 or 6 that spawn there, so that was nice that that level 20 guy cleared them out for me there. Just going to collect this spirit bloom again, and then we're going to proceed into the attack area. So we're heading on through here. This is actually where you'll find a gold chest. Like I said, the gold chest isn't going to be here right now because I ended up getting it a little bit before I did this recording here. And it's going to be just right here. You're going to see it sitting right on that ledge there. And that's where you'll be able to pick it up if you haven't already, or if you're just looking for where you can find that chest. So you can see that our signal just went off saying there was all kinds of Vex in the area. And this is what is going to collect all those Vex to us. So there is a lot of them. I'm not at all joking when I say that. This is actually a fair amount of mobs that you have to rip through. So make sure you have decent guns for it. I'd recommend, well, I mean, your primary is kind of up to you and whatever you find handy to have. The shotgun is pretty good on this one if you get close, but getting close to them is not really a good idea because they do huge, huge monster damage. So I chose the sniper rifle and the assault rifle. I like the assault rifle. That's my favorite primary, and it's what I use every time. So you can see every time they're about to start these spawns, they have that big beam and they all kind of teleport in together. I like using this desk for the first spawn just because it absorbs quite a bit of the shots that they're shooting at you. And like I said, these guys do a lot of damage, so you do not want to be hanging out in the open for too long a period. As you can see right there, I'm already in red health. And like I said, this desk actually absorbs quite a bit. So we're actually able to clear this first round really, really fast, surprisingly. And that's just using the assault rifle itself. So you can see we've managed to get through that first swarm of them. The way the second and third swarm of them seem to work is that they kind of spawn in a couple different areas. They come up here and then a couple of them teleport on top of the steps and all that kind of stuff. Eventually you'll see some hobgoblins spawn and they're a lot more difficult to kill. They take longer and they do a lot more damage, so you got to be careful of those guys and not expect that you're going to kill them super fast. Also, they do this move like that you see, and then they are immune to all damage. There's a big old shield that they cast around themselves there, and you got to be aware of that. They can do it fairly quickly in succession as well. Again, like I say, they take a fair amount of damage to kill, so you want to be careful of what you're doing there, and you don't want to waste any bullets when you're having it here because you go through them fast on this mission. Like I said, there's a lot of mobs that spawn, so that's our second burst. We're on our third burst, and I guess this is going to be the one where they start posting them on the stairs there because they didn't in the last one. Somehow I managed to get rid of a hobgoblin there, which was kind of nice. You can see now there's a minotaur that spawns up. The minotaurs are pretty decent. They're kind of like the captain comparison for other mobs there. So they do a lot of damage. You got to be aware of these guys here as well. And now I'm switching to the sniper rifle because it's a hobgoblin that I'm at there. So you can see now I've used the sniper rifle and I like it for the hobgoblins just because you can do them in a one shot kind of thing. At this point I guess this is going to be the fourth spawn of them, I like to move up here and use these I guess cases or whatever you want to call them, ammo packs or whatever these are here that I'm using for my my defense here for my cover. I'm using them as my cover here now, and like I said, I like to switch up here for that, just because the way the rotation works. Once they get up on those stairs and on the ledges, it gets difficult to defend yourself down low there, so it's a lot easier up here. You don't want to give away your high ground, and that's the same thing for any of these, any first-person shooter. Giving up the high ground is a terrible idea. So now we're on our fifth spawn of these. That's right, fifth. Like I said, there was a lot of these guys here. If you can use your sniper rifle to take out those hobgoblins in one shot, or even these regular goblins here, that's super helpful for you as well. This pack jumps up really fast, and I don't know why that is. I think maybe it actually just spawns a little bit closer, or maybe it just kind of appeared that way to me because I was trying to get rid of that hobgoblin up top, knowing how much damage he can do if I left him there. Again, though, he is the most important person to get off because they do the most damage and they take the longest to kill. Alright, so now we are torn through that, and there is one more spawn here coming. I believe this is the last one that's coming to us here. And we're just going to start working our way through this. I'm going to use my sniper rifle to clear them off as fast as I can. I probably shouldn't be targeting the regular goblins with these bullets, especially with a couple hobgoblins down there. I mean, that's not the best idea that I've had, but I mean, it's a quick way for me to level these guys out without having to stand out from cover too long. And you can see the minotaur, because I did not use my my sniper rifle on him ends up taking full advantage of that. And you can see also I'm kind of out of luck actually, which is likely why I am using my sniper rifle, because I have 2 bullets left and they are sniper rifle rounds. Other than that, I have a couple heavy ammo rounds left. I have no primary, and I would guess I was cutting it pretty short here. So we're going to load my last 29 rounds of ammunition here and hopefully have enough to kill 3 of these Minotaurs, or at least to put myself in a position where I can reload here. So it looks like I actually completely ran out. Didn't have anything, but just kind of threw down a punch to try to finish that off there. And now it looks like there's just a ton of ammo up here. So now I'm looking like in an alright shape again here. Now, gonna kill off this last goblin here, and I believe that is it for this. So as you can see, there is a ton of mobs up here. There is just a ton that you're going to have to go through. Make sure you're prepared, good and prepared with ammo, and then you shouldn't have any problems at all with this fight. Just pick tactically where you stand, and that'll be all that you need to know. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful at all, please click the like button. It helps me an awful lot when you do. Also, if you guys have a moment, if you can click that bright yellow subscribe button in the center here, that'll notify you every time I publish another video. Thanks for watching.